What's going on, everyone? Welcome to D-Will Fitness Live, episode 6. Now, I know it's Sunday evening, and usually I'm doing these live videos on Mondays, but I was saying to myself, I just cannot wait till tomorrow for this one. I got something on my mind, and I just need to get it off my chest, and I'm so excited about this episode because I think so many of you are going to be able to relate to this and take something away from this video. And I have these thoughts all the time, and sometimes I feel like way I want to say it doesn't come off the way the best way I want it to, but it's on my mind right now, and I just wanted to spit this out and give it to you guys. And today's topic is keeping the weight off. There's a good chance if you've lost weight out there, guys, you put it back on, because studies have shown that 80 to 95% of people who lose weight put it back on. They do. It's that revolving door, guys. It's the revolving door I talk about all the time. But why is it? Why is it that you can get so excited about losing weight, and then a few months go by, a year, and that weight goes back on? What's the reason for that? And most importantly, how to stop that forever? Guess what? I think I have the answer. And what I'm about to talk about is everything my business stands for, everything I preach, everything, my overview of my message of why I do what I do is about to be spilled right here. I'm about to put it into words where I think it's going to click with everybody watching this, and it is going to, spread like wildfire and finally get people thinking about this in a different way. So, here we go. The way people lose weight, oftentimes in the first place, is the exact reason why they put it back on. They do something that's not sustainable forever. They never make eating healthy a lifestyle, a part of their lifestyle. And quite frankly, they choose the easy route. That's right. You might be watching this, you might not like to hear it, but a lot of times it's human nature to take the easy route to get results, right? So, with that being said, the easy route usually becomes the long, never-ending route. Think about this. Because you're constantly stuck in that revolving door of losing weight and putting it back on. So, what if I told you guys, I have a plan for you guys to lose weight, keep it off, but it comes at more of a cost. It's not going to be easy. It's going to take longer, and it's going to require more work. Now, that sounds like a fair trade, right? And a lot of you probably agree with that. If it just takes some more work, some more dedication, some more time, but I never have to put the weight back on, sign me up. Now, how many people are actually going to follow this advice? How many people are going to stop listening to the fad diet, stop listening to the magic pills, the quick fixes, and instead start to make this part of their lifestyle and instill these type of things inside of them, things that they can carry on forever, all right? And when we're talking about a lifestyle, if it's going to take more work and it's going to take longer, it should be tougher, right? We're talking about changing your lifestyle. It doesn't happen overnight. It's crazy to think that we can actually change our lifestyle forever in 30 days, break years of bad habits, and soak up all the knowledge on how to be healthy in such a short period of time. But somehow there's these new ways coming out where people are sucked into these lies where you can think you can just make that lifestyle change overnight. It doesn't happen like that, all right? But here's the thing. Once you guys learn how to eat healthy, that includes what foods to buy, what's their purpose in your diet, why are you eating them, how much food you should be eating and why, what to look for when you're grocery shopping, how to eat healthy when eating out. Those are tools that you can take forever. Take you with you forever until you die. These are things that you will never forget once you learn them. It's like riding a bike. You never forget once you learn. All right? And with the other part of this whole equation about living healthy, exercising, how to work out, but most importantly, know the reason why you're doing it. Not just giving a plan and following it like a puppet on a string, right? And with no purpose of why you're doing it. You got to know why you're doing it so you can do it forever, right? Again, why you're doing these certain things and learn these things so you can continue to progress as your goals change. Because once you guys lose the weight, the goals change. You're not working out to lose weight anymore. You're working out to stay fit. How do I do that? Why am I doing this? These are all questions that need to be answered for you to be able to keep the weight off like I'm talking about. So, learning all those things like I just mentioned, top to bottom, that's exactly what I mean when making it part of your lifestyle. Guys, this is the only tried and true way to keep the fat, the body weight you lose off. It's worked forever. It's going to continue to work. And until they put me in the ground, I'm going to be on these live videos. I'm going to be spreading this message of the same thing over and over and over again. Okay? This is the only tried and true way because you can make it part of your lifestyle. And eventually, you're going to be able to do these things without even thinking about it because it's instilled in you, all right? And it becomes something you do because that's what you do, not because you have to do it, right? This is just something you do. Now that this is my lifestyle, I eat healthy. I know how to make healthy decisions. I go to the gym. I know how to work out because that's what David does, not because I have to do it. And the same thing can be the same in your case. All right? But like I said, it comes with more of a price. More time, more dedication, more patience, more work. But here's the best thing. You only have to do it once. No more. No more revolving door. No more diet, losing the weight, putting it back on, doing the same diet again, trying a different one, finding the one that will end this forever. Enough. You're done with that. Do something once that takes some more time, some more work, a little bit more dedication. Learn it the right way from the beginning and end this for all. End this revolving door. Because you have built a lifestyle and not a quick temporary fix to the overall problem. All right? That is how I wanted to say it in this message today. You know, this is what I think about all day, every day. How am I going to get this message across? And when it's been on my mind today, and I was sitting at my kitchen table, I said, I can't wait till tomorrow to do this video. I need to get on here right now and give this information to you guys and be able to express it in a way which I think everybody watching this will understand and so many of you guys will relate. I know a lot of you guys can relate to this. Like I said, 80 to 95% of people who lose weight put it back on. That's what's keeping the fitness industry alive. That's what's keeping all these new fad diets growing. It is. Because they get repeat customers. I've said it before. I teach people how to change their lifestyle so eventually they don't need me. So they don't have to keep paying me till they're 90 years old because I've taught them it. It's something they can do forever, not because they have to be told what to do every day. You're going to be able to tell yourself what to do because you know what to do. That's what it is. And one last thought before I get to the questions part. We're going to do a Q&A today too. Is when you put more work into something, you respect it a lot more, right? When you guys, you make $1, you make some money. you respect that money a lot more because you earned it and you worked your ass off for it versus somebody just giving it to you. Don't you? You respect it a lot more. When you just lose that weight and you do it in a so-called easy way, you're like, well, it didn't take a lot of work, didn't take a lot of time. It's not a real big deal. But I guarantee you that with this tougher route, yes, it's going to be tougher. Most things that are great in life are tougher. You're going to respect it a lot more because you went through the fire to get there. So, that's it for this weekly topic, guys. How to keep the weight off. If you found something from this message, from this video, please share it with friends, family. Make this go viral because I don't think I've ever put any message out on any post since I started my business 8 months ago better than this one that I think will relate with the masses. So I appreciate it. And again, you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to send me a message here on Facebook, Instagram if you follow me, through my website, dwolffitness.com, my email, mrdwolffitness@gmail.com. I would love to answer it. And I appreciate you guys for listening through that. So, on a little bit lighter subject, because I'm just so fired up, guys. I really am in the zone right now because I just haven't, I just wanted to get this message across so many different ways. I didn't know how to word it. And today it's in my head, and I just appreciate you all for listening, and I hope you took something away from this. So thank you so much. Q&A time. You all ready? I got like 6 or 7 questions you guys sent in, and there's some good ones this week, like always, and I'm excited to answer these. All brand new questions. Sometimes I get some repeats in there from weeks past, but all brand new questions this week. So let's see if some other things you can take away from this video. So, question number 1. All right, for Q&A for this week, or episode 6 of D Wolf Fitness Live. Here we go. Number 1, what are your thoughts on meal prep companies? So if you guys aren't familiar with meal prep companies, they have services out there where you can go online, sign up for different packages, different meals according to your diet, nutrition plan, and get meals sent to you. And you just throw them in the microwave. And they're obviously a lot healthier options. There's not a whole lot of meal prep companies that are catered towards eating junk food. These are healthy options. There's pros and cons to both. I have tried numerous meal prep companies. How it works, they mail it to you overnight shipping on dry ice. It comes fresh, really cool, right? So let's talk about the pros first. Obviously, number 1, you don't have to cook. It comes to you, right? Just ready to go. Also, I love the portion control of those. They give you a good understanding of how much you should be eating, at least for someone's normal diet, and it kind of gives you an idea. And it usually comes with the 3 things that meals should have: a healthy protein, healthy carb, and a healthy vegetable. All right? So you can customize meals. They have different ones, different meal prep companies. So those are the pros. I really love it. Saves you time. And as we get busier and busier, guys, time is money. So I definitely understand if this is something that a route that you guys want to take. And it's really easy to track it too. They usually have the macronutrients listed right on the side. How much protein, how much carbs, how much fat. Real simple, easy to go. Don't got to think about grocery shopping. Don't even got to worry about cooking. None of that. That's a lot of time. Time is money. Now, with that sacrifice, there is a sacrifice to that, and that's the money on the side of things. So cooking at home, buying things in bulk, meal prepping for yourself versus through meal prep companies is always, this is always going to be cheaper to cook at home. Extremely cheaper. Most of these meals range from, after shipping, $10 to $12 a meal. If you're having every single meal, every single day on those things, you're spending $40, $50 a day. So it gets expensive. So, maybe ordering some for a few meals a week and then cooking at home, figuring that out if that's the route you want to take. But obviously, it's not going to be the most affordable route because you're buying that convenience factor. Also, what I don't like about meal prep companies and people that rely on them, I never want them to rely on something. That goes back to what I was just talking about. If you start and never learn how to cook for yourself, how to grocery shop, what foods to buy, what foods to fit into your diet, you'll never learn to be able to make it part of your lifestyle. You're relying on this meal prep company to do all the work for you. You never learn. So I suggest never do a meal prep company until you have all the tools down in your arsenal and know how to do it yourself, most importantly, okay? But, so hopefully, for the person that asked this question and you guys listening out there, that gives you a good understanding of the pros and cons of meal prep companies. And, if you ever want to check them out, there's tons, Google them. You'll find someone that will ship to you. They ship all over the country. All right, next question. I feel like my strength has plateaued somewhat. What's your best advice? So strength training, guys, it ebbs and flows. You hit plateaus and you're like, dang, I'm stuck. How am I going to get through this? Best advice for that is change up your routines. A lot of people get in the habits of doing the same workouts, the same order of the movements, not increasing the weight, so forth. They get stagnant, they get bored. Switching it up makes it more fun, but most importantly helps you burst through those plateaus. So, for example, I'm just going to use a normal day. Let's say we're doing shoulder day, right? Shoulders and biceps. Be real simple. If you're always going to the gym and starting with shoulder presses, and not maybe doing like front lateral raises or some more resistance training before some of those compound movements, your body gets used to that type of thing. Maybe do a little bit of resistance training before those heavy movements. Yeah, you might not be as strong as it takes to get, lift the weight as you would if you started with those harder movements. You'll be more fatigued once you get there, but your body is going to go, whoa. It's definitely going to give it a change, and your body will recognize that. As I have hit plateaus before, and I just have to readjust my training. I'll be like, man, I've been in a rut. I come to the gym and I do the same things in the same order, same weight, and I just, you just feel like you get stuck. So then I write out my workout, I go to the gym, switch it up, try some new things, maybe things you haven't done in a long time. Keep your body guessing. That's the number one thing I want you to take away from this question. Keep the body guessing. And the reason for that is our body is so dang smart. It gets used to the stress we put on it, and it adjusts. So if we're always doing the same thing, it will know what you're about to do. Okay? Third question today. I signed up with some friends for an obstacle course race in a few weeks. Any suggestions on how to prepare for it? I love this. Here locally in the Twin Cities, I believe the Tough Mudder is next weekend. So everybody that's doing that, I'll pray for you. I actually have a client who is doing the Tough Mudder this year, and I'm actually helping him train for that. My best advice for anyone that's doing any of these obstacle 5K races with the all different types of obstacles, 25 plus obstacles, this is how I train my clients and how I suggest you guys go about training for those things, because it's not everyday type things you're usually doing on these obstacle courses. Not too many times are you climbing monkey bars above mud or crawling underneath barbed wire, doing some of these other crazy things they got at these obstacle courses now. So this is what I suggest you do. You go to the website of the obstacle course you're doing. You look at the different obstacles. They usually have a map. They'll explain the movement. They'll tell you what you're going to do there. And try to mimic it the best you can in the gym. Okay? So just make the best that you can. So if you know that you're going to be doing a lot of hanging stuff and you don't hang too often, practice on the monkey bars. Some things that people take for granted is their wrist strength, their grip strength. Those are things that you don't obviously necessarily train all the time in the gym, that you're going to have to. And then doing it under a more fatigued state, right? You got to realize you guys are going to be doing a lot of cardio at these obstacle courses. So by the time you get those monkey bars, you're not going to be as strong because you're going to be more fatigued. You're not going to have the same endurance. You're going to be out of breath. So maybe doing some cardio at the gym, then go mimic these things. So you practice like you play, right? Just like all athletes do. You practice like you play. A lot of times you practice harder than they play the game. So by the time they get to the game, that's all the great basketball players, great football players, they train harder than the actual game. So by the time they get there, it's easier. They're prepared for it. Nothing comes to them as a surprise. And that's exactly how you should go into situations like this in these obstacle courses. Next question here. I currently go to, I'm going to leave out the name of the place that they go to, but it's a group training facility and have been for over a year. I've lost over 30 pounds. Congratulations. But I feel like it's getting repetitive and I am no longer progressing. What else should I try? So a lot of those group training facilities that are usually catered towards people losing weight are great, guys. They're great. They get you to your goal of losing weight. Now, did they teach you the fundamentals of how to do this forever and ways to train? That's the question I have for you next. You may have just ran your course. Your goal might no longer be to lose weight. Sounds like you did an awesome job and lost 30 pounds. Your goal might no longer be to lose weight, but their training is designed for people to lose weight. So you might have outgrown the place, right? But now you might be stuck. You might go, what's next? How do I maintain this body? How do I start toning up? Other goals you may have. I don't know necessarily what those are. You would have to let me know. So trying something new. You might have just ran your course at that place. And that's fine, right? If their goal is for people to just constantly lose weight and you have no more weight to lose, but you're doing only movements that are catered towards, losing weight, your time's run up there. Find something else, something else you can add to your arsenal. So I suggest that. So hopefully you take something away from that one. Next question here. Best advice for eating healthy on a budget. All right, so I'm going to start this question off by saying number one way to eat healthy on a budget versus not is eating at home versus going out to eat. It's always going to be cheaper, right? It's not as convenient, right? Because someone's not making you your food. You're going to have to do some work, right? But it is going to definitely be better on your budget. So number one, try to cook as much as you can at home. Also, buying things in bulk when you can. Things that, like Costco, Sam's Club, things that you eat a lot of, that would help. And then, you don't necessarily need the most expensive name brand of all that stuff. Do your research, and find things that work for you and things that especially your staples, things that you eat all the time. Those should be things that you should be definitely watching for the price on and running for sales. So it's a common sense, but hopefully a couple of those things you can take away. People usually complain that eating healthy is really expensive versus not. I can't necessarily disagree when it comes to eating out. Eating healthy out can be tough. It can be tough. It's not the cheapest thing. You guys go to McDonald's, right? The McDouble, whatever, is $1, and their salad is $7, and their salad is probably not that healthy once they put all the crap on it and the dressing and whatnot. But that's where people think. Trust me, if you cook at home, you can eat healthy on a budget. It's just knowing how to and what foods to eat. Next question here. We got 2 left, and we'll be wrapping this up. If you could only afford one piece of exercise equipment for at-home workouts, what would it be? This is a no-brainer to me. It's a set of dumbbells. If you only can afford right now one set of weights, 2 15-pound dumbbells, whatever your weight you guys can use the majority of, that's fine. A set of dumbbells. You can work every part of your body with a set of dumbbells. You do dumbbell squats, do your legs, you can do chest, arms, biceps, triceps, shoulders, show you some things to do for your core. Set of dumbbells. Second thing would be a kettlebell. But for like pressing type movements and things like that, I love the dumbbell. So a set of dumbbells, guys. Like I've said, I got clients out there that work out at home with not a huge gym facility, obviously, of equipment, and they make do with what they have. You just got to know how to use those for different areas and how to not get bored and how to progress with those, how to make them more challenging, right? So, and I got hundreds, thousands of different workouts you can do with dumbbells. So that would be my suggestion for one piece of equipment to buy if you only can buy one for at home equipment. And last question of the day. What is your best advice for eating healthy when going out to eat? So here's the secret sauce, is like I like to call it. So usually people that I go out to eat with kind of don't like this, because I usually get to the restaurant and I already know what I'm going to order. And I'm just ready to order because I'm hungry usually by the time I get there. I'm starving. I want to eat. And everybody else wants to look at the menu, but I have known what I wanted to eat there since noon or the day previous. So this is what I do. Most restaurants, guys, are going to have the menu on their website. Google it, find it. Sometimes they even have the nutritional values on there, like how much protein, carbs, fats, or if they don't, if you know what's in those foods, typically, you'll just have a general idea of it, and that's something you learn with learning what's in these foods and making it a part of your lifestyle. But you're not put on the spot. A lot of times, guys, you get to the restaurant, especially if you're with other people, you feel rushed, you just order something without necessarily thinking it through or having a game plan. It's preparation. Preparation is so key for this whole continued success. And I'm trying not to go on a rant here, but preparation for everything. Prepping before you go to the grocery store so you know what to buy, so you don't come home with a bunch of crap. Prepping your workouts, knowing the workout before you get to the gym so you don't leave there barely doing anything or not doing the things you wanted to, or being able to get the best out of the workout. Right? And the same thing when you go out to eat. Be prepared by the time you get there. Because a lot of places might not have the healthiest options, but if that's where you're going and that's where you guys have decided to go, you can at least make the best out of the situation. It might not be the perfect thing. They might not have a lot of healthy things on the list, on their menu, but you can at least make great with what you have. And a lot of times, you can find certain things on the menu that will work for you. Way to manipulate food too. For example, this is some other secret sauce, like I said. You get asparagus at the restaurant. Are they steaming that asparagus? Are they frying that asparagus? How are they cooking? Are they cooking it in butter? You can tell them, especially when you go to nicer sit-down restaurants. I don't care if you go to Applebee's, they'll probably do this. Nothing against Applebee's, but it's not 5-star. You can ask for these things. And don't be afraid to, guys. They're there to serve you. That's why you pay, right? You're paying to get served when you're there. They will make these adjustments. And, you're not being, a lot of times, I have clients think that maybe they're being like a nuisance when they go out to eat, especially if you've never done this before, if you're asking for special requests. More people do this than you think, guys. There is. A lot more people being health conscious out there. And, more people are taking notice of what's going in these foods, and they're getting more and more requests. Waitresses are used to it, and so are chefs. So don't be afraid to speak up and ask for certain requests about certain different types of foods. If you're going on and getting a steak, don't cook it in butter, right? Again, butter. What are they cooking it in is the big one, where I make my change of request. Cooking in more healthy oils, olive oil, canola oil, coconut oil, no vegetable oils, butter, margarines. The preparation of the cooking. And that goes back to cooking at home versus eating out. When you cook at home, you know what goes in that food because you're doing it yourself. Usually those fats are hidden. They're hidden in your food. You don't know what they cooked it in, how they prepared it, but you sure do when you cook at home. So that's another reason why you should eat at home versus going out to eat. But with that being said, hopefully those are some few things you can take away on how to eat healthier when going out to eat. But that's a wrap, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in live right now, or if you watch us in the future. I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate it. It goes a long way. My videos have been getting more views than I ever imagined, these live videos, so I really, really appreciate it. Share this with your friends. Share this post once I make this official on my page. It'll be up there forever. Share my page. They all go a long way. That's how I grow as a small business. I really appreciate it if you took just something away from this video. So thank you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a great week. And let's kick July off. Let's do this. We got half the year left to get you your goals. Don't wait till January 1st. let's do it.